Good morning, everybody. Today we're talking Nikon camera. On August 3rd, I received my new Nikon Zfc mirrorless camera. It's my first mirrorless camera, and it's pretty neat. I saw it on B&H in New York, and I decided to get it. But for a little history, I've been a Nikon guy all my life, and I've had several. Had one, bought it when I was in Vietnam, and then when I came back to the States, I ended up buying this FM, Nikon FM. It's a 35mm film camera, and it's manual. I don't think there's any automatic functions at all on that camera. Back around 2012 or 13, I bought this D3200, which is a single lens reflex, has automatic functions, and pretty good camera. It's a regular single lens reflex. It's fairly simple. It doesn't really have all the automatic features. I got a couple of lenses to go with that one. So I've used this sparingly around a little bit for video. I did a lot of video with it actually. When I was at Gulf Coast Marine, I shot a lot of boat videos with this camera, and they came out pretty good. So that was a successful camera. But let's talk about the Zfc. What Nikon did, in my opinion, this is my review. I'm not a professional. I'm a semi-professional, I guess, and that I just love the analog look of the camera, the way the top functions are, the fact it's mirrorless. I've never had a mirrorless camera. I've always had single lens reflex. Yeah, I've been wanting one. A couple of reasons. I think these cameras have gotten a lot better. It does video very well. I do a lot of video work. And I'm using my JBC for this shot because I only have one of these. I would be using this instead. But I really like the look of this camera. It has that retro style. This particular one I got has the 16 to 50 lens kit, and there's another kit that says 2.8 or something. It's a different kit. It's more expensive. I think I was an pretty early receiver of these. I noticed when I looked at B&H a while ago, it was only 15 reviews on B&H. So I put in an order, not real early, but before it was released, and I got it pretty quick. It got to my house before they said it would. So they run about $1,100 with this lens. And it comes with a strap, excuse me. And what I like too about it, but all the knobs, all the controls are right here on the top, plus it has some menu items too. And it has the swing out screen, which I really like. So you can view it there, or you can view it here, or you can view it here. If you're shooting video, you can have it to where it's showing here. If you're doing something with on yourself, and just a lot of neat things. And I've never had a camera with this type of swiveling lens, viewfinder. Love that. Plus it has the viewfinder up here, and it's electronic. And some of the specs, I printed off some of the specs a while ago. It's got a 20 megapixel, they call it DX format CMOS sensor, UHD 4K and full HD video recording, 3-inch 1.04 dot vari angle touchscreen, which is what I just showed you, and a 209 point hybrid 8 autofocus, eye detection autofocus, built-in Wi-Fi and Bluetooth, so you can control it with an app on your phone. Has a X-Speed 6 image processor. Has a 2.36 M dot. I guess that's million dot OLED electronic viewfinder. And ISOs from 100 to 51,200 up to 11 feet per second shooting, plus time-lapse movie. And like I say, this one's with the 16 to 50 VR lens. So some of the specs. Some of the other specs: Nikon Z mount lens. A lot of this I've been over. The image file format is JPEG and RAW. And then on video, let's see what they say. Recording modes are H.264, MOV, MP4, UHD, 4K, that's 3840 by 2160 at 23.976 progressive. Full HD, 1920 by 1080 at 23.976 progressive. 25 and goes up to 100p. Recording limit is 29 minutes and 59 seconds. And it's got auto ISO, auto and manual. And on the video, 100 to 25/600, that's pretty good. External microphone input, does live streaming and web functionality. Focus type is auto and manual focus. I've had a chance to do some of that already, and it's actually pretty effective. So throughout this video, I want to insert some pictures I've shot, some video that I shot, and just give you a little taste of it. But I want to give you a little review. First of all, it's light. It weighs, I think they told me here, let me see what the weight is. It's 13.8 ounces, 390 grams. That's pretty light. And when I combine it with my Weevil, put it here where you can see it, my stabilizer, it should be a pretty nice light package. I have not made these two together yet. I've used my D3200 with this, but it's pretty heavy. And autofocus doesn't work that well on this camera. But it does work on this one. I can't wait to make them up and do something with it. It's quiet. When you click it, you barely hear the click. You can turn that off. Of course, that's just an audible sound. It doesn't need to make a sound like a DSLR has to slap the mirror. This is very quiet. All these controls that you see on the top are real intuitive. I was able to go out the first day I had it and take good pictures. My first outing was to San Antonio, Texas, where I wanted to do a video of my first visit to In-N-Out Burger in San Antonio. And I did that, and even with the excessive noise in the restaurant, the sound, which the microphone's right here, it gave me really good sound, and I was able to pick my voice out over the noise in the background, which is pretty impressive. So I ended up making a video. It's on YouTube, and but just so many neat things about it. I haven't learned everything about it yet. Just from a point and shoot standard, it's easy. You have automatic everything. Just turned it on. You got to switch for stills and video, and the buttons are in the right place. It's just so simple to use, easy to look at your footage. Menu is intuitive. The lenses come off easily. Only have one lens, of course, so far. And I think there's an adapter you can get to where you can use other lenses. I'm not sure what style lenses, but this is mirrorless. It's not a full frame. A full frame is a different kind of camera. But for my purposes, I'm not a pro. I'm just an amateur photog that do a few things when I want to, and just want quality. I want quality video. I want quality stills, and this will give it to me. So anyway, that's kind of my report on this thing. I'm going to show some pictures that I've taken. I took some pictures this morning of around here in this area I'm in, and some cloud formations, and little close-ups, and some of the video I've taken. I'm not sure what I'm going to use while I'm shooting this part of it, but you'll see in a minute. And I don't want to take this out too long, but if anybody's looking for a really neat point and shoot, semi-pro, pro capable, near full frame camera for a very reasonable price, you cannot beat this camera. This is I think Nikon is very smart bringing this camera out. They have found the market. People like me, I'm in my 70s, this is kind of what I grew up on, but we want all the modern conveniences of a digital camera, but the look of a tourist camera, basically. I can go into any place and shoot a video, like a restaurant video, and everybody thinks it's just a tourist camera. And it's not like I'm carrying my video camera and all my microphones and all that stuff in. So, and I can do it surreptitiously, which I have done several times. I've got about 4 restaurant videos going on. I'm planning on doing more. It's called Donald Dines and Reviews on YouTube. It's part of my YouTube channel, which is Donald Flint YouTube. So that's where this will be, a little review. Not that many videos on this camera yet as far as users like me, a lot of professionals, but not just casual users. And so I'm hoping this will help some people make a decision. And please look at the image quality, you'll see what I mean. It's excellent. It's probably the best camera I've ever owned. By far. I mean, it was a lot more expensive, but it's so easy to use and so fun to use, fun to look at. So that's it. I mean, that's all I have to say about it. And anybody, please make comments about it. If you have a camera and thinking about one, I'd be glad to answer any questions. They're probably not in the stores yet. They may be. When I bought mine, it came from B&H, like I say, and I even checked with Amazon, and they said not in stock yet. So I got it pretty early. They just released it back late July, early August, and so it's going to be a hit, I think. Most of the reviews I've seen has been very positive, and I give it certainly a thumbs up myself. So thanks for watching. Please like my video and share and subscribe to my channel. I appreciate it. Helps my channel. Give me some views. Be interesting to see if the name Nikon strikes a bell with people.